Hello and welcome to the Play World Cup. I'm James.
And I'm Jason.
And we are bringing you the first week of matches for the Play World Cup. So this game is the third game, and we have Liquid Interactive versus Endgame Studios. They're playing on Khaydarin depths.
That's right.
And this is the third game in that match. So this is actually the deciding match.
Yeah, so down here for Liquid Interactive, we've got Yang spawning as the red Protoss, and his partner in crime will be Ripley as the purple Terran.
Mm-hmm.
Their opponents will be
Griddler, which is the teal Terran. Got my races, so I'm good at Starcraft.
That's right.
And this is actually me, so I'm
Dogarms.
filling in for Tom from Endgame Studios because he's still overseas, so he can't play. So I have subbed in for this match.
Excellent.
So I'm probably not going to be talking about myself a heap.
You're not going to talk yourself up?
Oh man, look at how boss my split was. I didn't split. I don't split.
You should. Splitting's really fun.
I can't split.
I've learnt, I guess while we're waiting for this match to start up, it doesn't look like we're seeing anything out of the ordinary, so I guess we can just sort of chat for a second. But yeah, no, I've started splitting in my game, and I found it's not as hard as I first thought it was.
Well, let's just talk about splitting for a second.
Yeah.
So that's actually getting your workers and making 3 go to one mineral patch and 3 go to another.
Yeah, rather than just grouping them all and then selecting one, and then all the workers will hit that and then spread out. It's just a little bit quicker if you sort of select them and send, say, all to one, and then grab a small selection and send them to another.
And in theory, that's meant to give you more minerals faster.
It probably gives you like 10 minerals quicker. Maybe, not even that. So, like, if you're not a top Grandmaster player, I really don't think those extra 10 minerals 1 second earlier are going to help.
But it's pro.
It's a bit of fun to do.
It's pro.
That's right.
If you do it, you're pro.
Yep. Just like APM spamming, some actions per minute. I love doing that at the start of the game. So, the first 60 seconds of my game, 300 APM. For the
You're
rest
just like
of it.
click, 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 click.
Yeah, I think I'm pro for a good minute. But yeah, so we'll go back into the game. So here we go. Ripley's walling off.
Yep, so successfully walled off there.
Yep, that's right. Yang has just got the gateway up the front and a forge.
Bit of cannon action early, perhaps.
Yeah, so he hasn't opened the forge, so he's not going to be cannon rushing. But
no,
this could be just for a bit of static defense at the start if he's feeling a bit pressured. This is the third game, like you mentioned, so
everyone's a little nervous.
That's right. Griddler's dropping a bunker, so he's pretty nervous as well.
Super
Everyone's
nervous.
just playing it pretty cautiously, I would say. You were Zerg, obviously unable to wall in.
No, our wall comprises of stuffing your ramp with thousands of Zerglings and hoping.
And in 2v2, I generally find there's a massive, illuminated sign here that just says, attack this way. Kill the Zerg, he's got nothing.
Yeah.
Although we are going to be seeing some roaches here, so not going the general Zergling open. That's alright.
No, well, this match is actually a little hard to expand out early. I mean, your second base is either destructible rocks, which means you've got to get early Zerglings to take those out.
Yep.
Or you jump down here, which is
Right
a
in the
really
front of
long
your
way
base.
away from your first base.
Yeah, like connecting that with creep, creep tumor. It's going to take you 5 creep tumors to finally connect that base.
Yeah, so I think in this, I mean, for me anyway, I think the better strategy for me, so I don't die horribly to a 7-minute rush, is to one base, get a few roaches, and then think about options after that.
Definitely. You see Yang, he has got this defensive cannon, so and now he's dropping on that cybernetics core and the additional gateways to start building a bit of an army.
Really is a defensive game. Everyone is very, very
Cautious.
yeah, very conservative at the moment. We're not seeing anything too crazy, although we've got Griddler now from Endgame Studios going
Moving out
in.
with a bunch of Marines, just having a look.
Just sussing out the front a little bit.
Probably checking that we've got no expansion. Those rocks are still up, so
Yep, that's all good.
yeah, because the last thing you want to do, is sit back in your base and then, come into their base and realise that they've half mined out the gold. We'll be in a bit of trouble that way.
So I've just dropped my expansion now.
You have.
And I've got a few roaches marching their way down to meet those Marines down at the bottom of the field. So one of the best, tactics with expanding is to make sure that you have some offensive pressure happening, and then while that offensive pressure goes on, then you can expand out. So now we are running in and taking the front of this base out.
Taking these cannons. So it looks like you're focusing down the pylon, so we're looking cannon, but there we go. So they've gone. So now you guys are in a... I would say this is a pretty commanding position. You've got 2 Stalkers, although here we go.
Here comes Ripley.
All those Marines, and wow, they've got a really nice concave there. They're going to clean that up, those Stalkers in the rear.
We are getting flanked hardcore.
2
2 sacrificial Zerglings.
Wanting to be a part of that meat grinder.
Yep.
Well, I would say these guys really, they held that off pretty well, actually. I was a bit worried at the start, but Ripley had a nice amount of Marines to clear that up.
Definitely. And that was quite good timing, actually. Kind of letting that frontal part of Yang's base sort of soak up a lot of the damage and you know, deal as much damage with those cannons as possibly can, and then come in up the back as Yang gets some units and kind of flank us on both sides. And we really didn't stand much of a chance there, I must say.
Those cannons really bought some time. So now Ripley's starting work on those rocks, so they might be looking at expanding relatively soon. Griddler is coming up again just to have another bit of a poke, but
really wants to have a go.
Yeah, I think the Stalkers versus Marines are never going to fare well. Although we did force the cancel on that cannon, but Ripley's Marines didn't come up and make short work of that.
No.
So
a few Zerglings running back. I'm not really sure about what's going on at this point.
Probably worth pointing out that you guys do control the watchtowers, so you've got pretty good vision of what's happening, so you can feel a bit secure in those expansions. Got this bunker coming down here now for Ripley, so they are looking at taking space in the near future.
Yep. So that gold base, very important to start kind of really giving your economy a boost. And it's sort of an interesting map for this because only really one person can take the gold.
Yeah.
So you've got to make a team decision who's taking that and who's taking the risky base.
Exactly. And we do see that Ripley here's got some upgrades going. So we've got the combat shield on the way, and she's already researched the Marauder slow. So we've got good upgrades coming there. Yang has also got those Protoss ground level 1 upgrades coming. So their army's gonna, start getting a bit beefy with those upgrades.
Absolutely. And for us, we've got some factories coming on board now, so we may see some siege tank pressure from Griddler.
Yeah. Or he could. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's dropping a starport immediately.
Not yet, no. Is he gonna get a tech lab on that thing? Don't really know.
Could be coming. And there we go. We got stim started for Ripley as well. All right. So you guys with the middle of the map here have seen this push coming.
Yep.
So I noticed you've started to make some banelings to try and deal with these Marines, although there's not too many Marines.
No.
So this push could actually end up being
quite devastating.
Quite devastating. If we have a look at the unit counting station, wow. Griddler's got 1 Marine, so this is
really bad. Here comes those banelings. Banelings moving in. Oh, they hit those Marauders, but it's just not doing that much damage, to be honest.
No, not a lot, but I did clean them up. And just as I said that, 6 Marine reinforcements coming there for Griddler, so his base is well defended. It just depends if you've got anything to do with these Stalkers. We've got some panic spine crawlers coming up here.
Super panic.
And the 1 roach, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much.
No, he is.
Or this guy.
No. Queen.
Not looking good. You've got some more roaches here coming up.
There go the spine crawlers.
Yeah.
And those drones are going to be
short work of
they're trying to focus down that lair at the moment.
Yeah. Although here we go. Griddler's bringing his Marines. He brought the drones. They should clean that up. Great surround there with the drones. Looks like they are going to blink away down into the next mineral line.
Damn it!
Although you've got some roaches here, the Marines at the top, so they should get cleaned up pretty quick.
Right.
Although Ripley now
starting to build again.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
That's fine.
I remember doing this in game and thinking, holy crap, how long have those drones been inactive? So I was freaking out, still not going back to the
Still
minerals.
not mining. Oh, they're really putting the hurt on this expansion now. 2-pronged attack. We've got a couple of roaches. Griddler is coming across. That is a nice ball of Marines.
Ball of Marines there.
If you guys have joined up. Now, hopefully you can get in there before you lose this expansion. That will hurt. Yes, the Marines are going to make it there in time. So, nice blink micro there by Yang, but yeah, your expansion looks like it should be safe for the time being, which is great. Yeah, that's going to get cleaned up pretty quickly, I would say. These guys still haven't expanded down here, so they've cleaned those rocks away, but we still don't see an expansion, where you guys have got the rocks still up. So
You can find that, you know, a lot of people will make use of those units really early on and just, you know, instead of having an army standing out front of your base not doing too much at all, you can put them to use, you can go clean up some rocks, you can go do some scouting or something like that. So,
yeah,
I like that, and I always forget to do it.
make use of those early units.
Yeah,